Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Campbell. Welcome back to Talking Gotham. This is the show where we talk some Gotham. We are on episode 12 and we are ankle deep into season 2. And before we get started, unfortunately, the day that we are recording this is the day that Charlie Kirk was shot and is now no longer with us. Now, I do not like politics in the slightest, but I'm coming at this as much of a human being as possible. I'm praying for his family. I'm praying for his soul. Just an awful turn of events. So may he rest in peace. And just I'm praying for his family and his children especially, because like they're like babies still. He was 31. Like he's not older than me. Like
he's like 1 year younger than Matt. Actually, I think he's like a year younger than Matt.
2 years.
So just a genuinely awful day. And then tomorrow, as we're recording this, it's the anniversary of 9/11. So it's just an awful week all around. So
yeah, if you're Matt, it's even worse.
On that delightful note, it is Matt's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday. I will be cash apping you some money to get you like some cake or ice cream or whatever. I will be doing that. But our hope is just to entertain you and talk about some Gotham, because that's what we're here to do. We have acknowledged it, and now we are getting on to the meat of the matter. And these episodes were kind of interesting because it features a really famous Batman villain that I knew next to nothing about. Apparently, this Firefly villain is pretty famous, and I'm super late to the party.
He was the main villain in the Batgirl, the canceled Batgirl movie that Brandon Fraser was going to play this character. Yeah, and also, yeah, if you played Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight, he is like a heavy role in both those games. Like he literally, if you ever played Arkham Origins, that's Firefly. You know, on the jetpack with a flamethrower, that's Firefly. You know, and I like Firefly. I never knew nothing about it until like if you watch the animated series The Batman from 2004, they had a character Firefly, and then of course Arrow did him, you know, in one episode, which they did a poor piss job of him. And then of course then Gotham did him, and also the Arkham games is where really I think that's my favorite portrayal. Although in the game it's a man, Garfield Lens. And so, like, you know, which I said, Ryan's like, he didn't understand, like, fire, there's a character called Firefly, really? I was like, when I think of Firefly, I think of the Joss Whedon series. Like, you know, I can't say that, but I was just, like, I'm emphasizing, you know. But it's still, but yeah, Ryan, yeah, there's a character, yeah. Ryan found out two things this week, and Ryan still was both like, huh? Like, huh? Like,
yeah, but we'll certainly get into that. But before we get into that, if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated.
It's really good. Much more intense than I expected it to be. And we had that 2 story arcs from Firefly. And I don't know if this is supposed to be the true Firefly character this version. This is. So, yes. Yeah, basically they gender swapped it, so which I don't have an issue with it whatsoever. And she was fine.
I mean, but what nowadays they'd be like, "Oh,
it's woke. They woke this. They woke this." I can already hear if that were to come out like 10 years ago, right now, they would have said it already. They would complain. But here's the thing: the character was not very popular Batman villain in the comics.
Yeah. Also, I think the reason why they gender swapped is because Arrow did it a year prior.
Oh yeah. You're right. No, you're totally right. The first season of Arrow.
And also the Arkham games, they were using the character for Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, so they had to change it up a bit for this one.
Like, yeah, you can use Firefly, but you can't use Garfield Lens.
In which like you said before, Brandon Fraser was going to play the main villain Firefly in the canceled Batgirl movie.
Yeah, which Ryan, I sent that picture to Ryan. Ryan's like, that is nightmare fuel.
And I only remember Firefly. That first appearance I saw him in was the Arkham Knight game.
Yeah. Well, Arkham Origins for me, because I mean that the whole.
I don't
bridge
remember. I don't remember Firefly in Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
I only remember it from Arkham Knight. Maybe you're
He
right
sets the
about that.
bridge on fire, and you have to go.
Yeah,
down
yeah. Okay,
He
now
said
it's
that-
been a long time since I played Arkham Origins. I mean, I've been dying to replay that game again.
Yeah. I mean, I love that game, and I think honestly that's where Firefly really shines in that game.
Right.
You know, because and I think honestly seeing him in Arkham Knight is really cool too. And I think honestly that really made I think the Arkham games made him more popular. And then I'm glad when I heard they're doing Firefly this season. Awesome, you know. But I didn't really care as long as they have the costume accurate. And I like that they actually have it look like a Firefly.
It did look close. It did look very close.
Ryan, what was it you told me that the Firefly looks like? You said
She
this
kinda-
looks like.
Are you sure?
kinda
Are you
look-
sure it's not the? Are you sure it's not the Firefly from The Last of Us? The Fireflies.
She kind of looked like Spider-Man Noir. I mean, with the big eyes and
I mean, you're not far off from that design. I mean, it does kind of
I
look a
almost-
little bit noir.
Well, it's meant to be like
I
a
almost-
Firefly bug, you know, because the
I
Firefly.
almost said she looked like one of the characters from that movie 9 that Peter Jackson produced, but I think the reference would have gone over y'all's heads.
like the 12
It would.
people that saw 9.
Never seen it.
But it's freaky. But let's get into the episode proper now, since I found my notes. This is season 2, episode 5, called Scarification.
Trust me, I know who's boss now.
Rocket launcher?
Welcome to Gotham, Cap. Bad guys in this town, they're not playing by the old rules.
This is war, and we will put a stop to them before they burn down the whole city.
Gotham will be redeemed in blood.
You'll have whatever you need
You have the Wayne boy.
soon.
Gotham, followed by Minority Report. All new next Monday on Fox.
Now,
The episode aired on October 19th, 2015. It was directed by Bill Eagles. Cobblepot and Butch bring a chest of Galavan in his penthouse, revealing a kidnapped Sid Bunderslaw, where Tabitha removes one of his eyes. Meanwhile, the GCPD strike force, led by Captain Barnes and Gordon versus one of Cobblepot's money laundering houses, where they're nearly killed by a man with a rocket-propelled grenade. Galavan arrives at the GCPD, where he offers to help in cleaning the GCPD's corruption in exchange for support for his candidacy. Gordon gently refuses, claiming the police and politics don't match. Tabitha visits Cobblepot to discuss their next move, which requires hiring arsonists. This episode was very interesting that they first introduced the Firefly character when she didn't start off being a Firefly. She was just one of the slaves by her psychopathic brothers who are arsonists. And now that they're trying to get Cobblepot to try to target any of the candidates for the mayor of Gotham, which I think was a little bit odd.
I mean,
yeah, well, we get more of a light shone on why Galavan does the thing that he does in the next episode, which we'll discuss. But I think this episode was really good at making you feel bad for Firefly, because she comes from a really rough situation. Her brothers are both dicks. There's no redeeming either one of them. They lose one of the brothers and they barely mourn him, but they're just like arson is just their thing, I guess. And just there's stuff about this episode I really like. You see this shop called the Merc, which is basically like Costco but for guns. I need to know if this place is a food court, because it looks straight up like a Costco. You buy guns in bulk there, you get a vanilla shake and a hot dog. There you go. That's a Costco. Right?
I mean, if you go to the South, they probably do sell firearms at Costco.
Noted Southerner Jacob Collins, can you confirm this?
you live in freaking the South too, bro.
You live in Florida, dude. You should know this.
But no, Walmart used to sell guns, but they don't. I don't have a Costco. I have a Sam's Club. And no, as far as I'm aware of, no Sam's Club. I said after, I think Walmart made a thing saying that they're taking guns out after, I think, 2016 or 17, after a shooting happened. They took all their guns out. Nowadays, all it is just fishing poles and like tires.
I even remember when they made a movie that was based off of like a ripoff from Sam's Club or Costco, and they couldn't use that name for because they had to use their original brand. It was called Employee of the Month with Dax Shepard and Dane Cook and
It's
Jessica
basically
Simpson.
Sam's Club too.
Yeah, it's literally Sam's Club, and they showed off where they were selling firearms. I was like, wow, okay, I didn't know that they were able to let you do that back then.
As far as I'm aware of, I could be wrong, but I've been in Sam's Club all my life, and I've never seen guns there. But I know Walmart used to have them, but they stopped.
I mean, I haven't been to Sam's Club since like for years, and I don't remember them selling any firearms there either.
Academy sells them, but like Walmart doesn't.
No, they don't.
And also, like I said, you can't really buy them like that day anyway because they got to call the ETF, you got to do a background check, and you got to wait to like 48 hours to hear back from them. So
this Firefly, I mean, they feel like they wanted to give a little bit more character depth with her and why she's doing what she's doing and what drove her to that madness because of her abusive piece of shit brothers that they put her through and made her do things that she didn't want to do. I mean, I didn't mind that backstory. I kind of liked it.
My favorite thing in this whole episode was when like they arrest all the people that are in their underwear. And it just reminded me of something you'd see like in Breaking Bad or something. And like all these people, just like nerds in like their underwear, laundering money. And then all of a sudden the GCPD shows up and everything. And then they said they got a rocket. And it's like, duck, a rocket.
Well, yeah, one of them had an RPG, which that was fucking out of nowhere. Like, where the hell did that come from?
RPG, welcome to Gotham. And
yeah, that was insane. And then Barnes, like Garrett's like, the perps would like their pants back, and Barnes is like, they're not getting them. I'm like, sir, like what could? Some of them look like they could barely lift a Sharpie. Like, give them their pants. Like, I'm sure.
He said, whoever gives the RPG, ask the person where they got the RPG from. The person where they find out who they got the RPG from gets their pants back. The rest of them can walk naked to the precinct for all I care.
Well, if they're laundry money, they got to keep their clothes off and be half naked while they're doing it.
I like that. I thought that was great that Barnes is like, he's not trying to be like Michael Chiklis from The Shield, but he's trying to be like the opposite of Michael Chiklis.
I still got to watch The Shield. I mean, I have not seen the show, and I know it's streaming on Hulu, and I got to watch that show.
Gordon and Barnes shooting the pipe guy at the Merc, and they hit the bomb and then explode.
Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to bring that part up. How the fuck did that happen? One shot and he explodes. What, did he had a bomb on him or something?
Yes, he stuck like dynamite in his chest.
So he shot it. So Gordon shot him in the chest and he exploded into a million pieces. Which that was so graphic on a television show. That was practical. That was like a practical explosion right there. Like that was not CG.
And then Barnes like, "What do you got, my gun?"
Even Barnes,
like, "What the hell are you packing?" I found it so fucking funny watching that scene. I was like, should I take this? Should this be really dark or should it be funny?
I laughed.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry.
You remember in Casino Royale when Bond had the bomb?
Oh God! Oh my God! Now come to reminder, like, oh shit! Yep, that's true.
Shot the bomb maker, shot the gas tank, and the gas tank exploded, and he escaped.
And he survived it.
Yeah. I remember this like this. Like,
was that in Casino or was that in Goodfellas?
They had that whole parkour sequence.
Because I thought that was in Goodfellas or something. I could have sworn it was Goodfellas.
It was the black guy with the ear, the messed up ear. It was a whole.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
And then like he went to the embassy and he's like, "I'm safe." And then Bond went to the embassy, drug him outside, and then he said, "You're surrounded. Let him go." And then he's like, and then he finally lets him go. And then he goes. And he drops the gun. They picks his gun from behind him, shoots him in the chest, and shoots like the gas tank, and then he jumps over the fence. That was such a badass moment. The fact that he just walks in there in the embassy and then knocks him out, drags him out. I'm like, that is some gangster shit right there. I still to this day think, if you've never seen James Bond, watch that. Just the first 20 minutes. It's so good. I'm like, I will say this though. The only thing is, though, if I have some issues with this, because I always have dislikes, because no episode is without sin. All that, also if the bomb is on you, wouldn't you use that to your advantage, though?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you say, "I got a bomb, I'm gonna light it, you better back up"?
You should have done a bomb threat on those police, on those cops. Like,
why would you pull your gun out? they're gonna shoot you.
That doesn't make no sense. He's not really that smart. Let's just be honest. This guy was not very fucking bright in a situation like this.
I mean, the guy was stealing shit rather than paying for it. You know, at
I know.
a mercenary market. I'm like, they will kill you. That you don't think they got cameras? They will kill you if you steal from them. They ain't like they're calling cops. They're gonna cut your hands off, or they're gonna slit your throat.
Or like slice it like they're slicing meat, like in that one family with the Demas. But we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
I will say this though: how would Fish love Selena though? Like it says, remember that? Oh, Selena loved you. Like Butch.
Yeah, that's one of my negatives that I
like,
fucking
she just met her
hated.
that day.
You literally met her for a few hours. You only known her for a few fucking hours, and you joined the family that quickly, and she died.
To quote Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast.
To quote from Orange County, you only went out with him for 2 weeks.
Also,
if you know the reference from that line, if you've seen the movie, we could be friends.
Yeah, that's the one with Jack Black and Colin Hanks.
And Colin Hanks.
Yeah, West getting to Stanford. Yeah.
Yep, that movie's so fucking funny. If you have not seen that movie, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick our butts together, naked. Wait, what?
We're gonna be out in the van picking each other's butts. Yeah, naked, huh?
Well, I need to add that to my watch list now.
We're definitely gonna do a watch party. I'm gonna host that watch party for Orange County, bro.
Or they give Earl Ramus like drugs and says, "We're gonna go fill the list up." And then Jack Black is at the dean's office and he's like having sex.
Don't spoil it. Don't tell him the whole movie.
Oh man, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so freaking funny.
I will be hosting a watch party for Orange County for that, since he has not seen the movie.
Orange County. I wonder if it's available for streaming. Orange County. Fuck. I googled Orange County and that's the Orange County movie. Hold on, I'm looking.
2002. You can type in the year and then they'll know what you mean.
I can't see it anyway.
Are you dyslexic? I'm just kidding.
I'm just looking. I'm looking for it. Okay. But anyway, back to Gotham. I will say this though, Gordon. Yeah, which I will say this though. All right, Gordon and the Pikes. They have all that flammable shit in their apartment.
Yeah,
and they have an open flame. I'm like, look, I understand that you guys love fire, but there's a lot of flammable shit in there in the open flame. You're asking to get it blown up. You're asking.
Like one strong fart, and like it's the Great Gotham Fire of 2015. Like
I feel like they like the actually because they love fire so much. They're arsonists.
They have gas barrels of gas and propane right next to them. I'm like, you could literally do this. Boop.
It seems like they're asking to get caught on fire.
You're asking.
We're so confident that we won't start a fire. We're starting little fires everywhere. We got Bunsen burners on as candles.
Which there was one scene that happened accidental, get caught on fire in the next episode, which we will get into. That made me laugh. I was like, "What? Seriously?" I won't get to that.
This family is gonna break wind. The apartment's gonna go on fire, and the cop will be like, "All right, so what happened here?" I'm like, "I had Chipotle. I don't want to talk about it."
You think they would be alive? Okay, that whole building's going up, and you'd be lucky if the people in the bottom floor survive. They would die in that. Everybody in that apartment, that whole entire floor would be dead because that would just be a giant explosion.
It'd be like that fire in Spider-Man 2, where Peter runs in and saves that family.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say though, I did enjoy Penguin to try to get Gallivant's trust because they show up and he's like, oh, he goes, I really like, he said, I really think we should be pals. And Gallivant's like, no, I don't want to be your friend or nothing. And then later he says, we got to gain their trust somehow. So he cuts off Butch's hand.
No, because the scene where he's trying to get him to drink up to that fucking scotch from Butch and that he gave to him. It's like, hey, drink up. You want to know why? To numb the fucking pain. It's like, down that shit because you're ready to get your hands chopped off to earn Gallivant's trust. Like, I was like, oh, now I get it. Now I understand why he wanted. At first, I literally thought he was gonna fucking tamper his drink. I literally thought that was at first, but now I get it. He was only doing it because he needs to numb the pain because he's gonna chop his hand off so he can earn the trust for Gallivant.
You'll pay for
poor Butch. Like Butch goes absolutely through it in these.
He gets the biggest shaft out of all these characters in this fucking show.
And I thought that was so great though when he cut his hand off his hand.
I find it very funny.
Oh, I thought that was great. And then also,
Did you know he get the moment that he earns Galavan's trust, he gets an upgrade and gets a fucking hammer attached to his arm.
No, a mallet,
whatever the hell that is.
like Harley Quinn has a mallet, like in
yeah.
Yeah, she has a mallet, which is like it's like a thing you hit the dumbbell with, and
Yeah.
which Hang was like a mallet. They gave you a mallet, huh?
also with this scene in the Firefly when she was torching that place, she gets catching an ambush in front of those cops, and one of the cops just tries to go up and try to disarm her, which that was not the fucking smartest move at all. Accidentally gets caught on fire, which I thought was pretty fucking embarrassing death. And Gordon's going all vengeance on this person. Like, did you not notice that he accidentally got caught on fire? That was an accidental.
We need to catch this fire. Which, I mean, it's her fault.
We need to catch him. She killed him. Like, did you not notice the struggle that he did was not the smart move? Not very bright.
What about what do you think about Gordon asking Gallivant, saying he needs to go to dark places and have no limits, and everything? And at first, I'm like, this is my biggest issue with that scene. I'm like, he's not even the mayor yet. Why are you asking him? That's like asking. I'm going to ask you, Matt, if you're going to be mayor one day, I need you to let me go to dark places. You need to look the other way on some things and everything. And you being like, okay. And I'm like,
you're not even mayor yet, dude.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, why are you asking him that in the first place? Because if you're saying you're going to fight corruption with a corruption, how does that really, doesn't that contradict what you're doing in Gotham?
I mean, dude, how does he not noticing red flags with Galavan? Really? Have you not noticed? He looks the part as the bad guy. Like, he doesn't try to hide it very well. I'm sorry. That you're not fooling anybody.
Also,
you dress up in a dark outfit with a fucking slink gel, then in tall and act a little bit villainy.
He looks like an Italian gangster.
I know. How does fucking Gordon not see any of the red flags?
In Sopranos. That's what he looks like.
He looks such a fucking obvious bad guy.
It's like Gordon, like every time Galavan is here, he gets hit in the face with that dust from Cabin in the Woods that makes the characters dumber. You're like, oh, we can
spreading fucking spreading pheromones and make him look dumber.
I do like that Theo Gallivant and Bruce getting closer, and everything, and he's like, oh, hey. Like, I thought that was really great. And then Bridget becoming Firefly, where she's just embracing the fire, I thought that was great, where she's like,
I feel like it was all, I don't know how I felt about the turn. I felt like it was all sudden. She was being forced into circumstances, and a cop died.
And she enjoys it though. Now she
enjoys it now. Like, I don't know how that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, once she got up there, and she felt like
once you get a first hand of killing a cop, accidental, which it was accidental, a dumb death, by the way. I enjoy that. What? That makes no sense to me.
What do you think about the Order of Saint Dumas being revealed?
I for sure thought this was Court of Owls. It's very clearly not. Colin set me straight on that one. I just want a Court of Owls storyline in my life. I just want that, please.
Yeah, which now what it is, the Order of Saint Dumas.
Yes, I'm aware of what it is.
Yeah, the Order. I thought that was very cool.
Clearly, Bill Finger or Bob Kane were fans of the Count of Monte Cristo, written by Alexander Dumas.
Which they're just like, you know what we should do? We should have like our own Monte Cristo, just like, which I will say though, I do think though, like, because the Order of Saint Dumas, I think more or less, they're kind of like the League of Shadows, but they're not. Like, they're like the League of Shadows wants to destroy Gotham.
They're a cult. They're a cult group. That's what they are.
But they're more or less is about the Wayne legacy. They're more or less a group that's obsessed with
They want to destroy the Wayne legacy because after what happened like many years ago, thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, wherever you want to call it. But we already getting into this whole exposition of the flashback with Galavan after that woman explains about the artifact and the knife that Penguin was able to steal from the Waynes.
Yeah, which I mean. If I'm not gonna lie though,
it's kind of like the Court of Owls were definitely a cult. They were a cult as well.
Yeah. If you play Arkham City, you know when it says the Order of Saint Dumas, As soon as I heard that, I'm like,
it's part of that more of the side mission.
oh, it's
the
the
side
character
quest.
from Arkham City. It's the character from Arkham City. Oh, okay.
No, they don't get that character doesn't get revealed until Arkham Knight.
No, Arkham City. Remember, he's sitting on the thing. Batman sees him the whole entire time, and you gotta go get those puzzles. And then, Batman has to do the clock thing, and then he shows up, and he's hanging. And then at the end,
I'm already replaying Arkham City right now.
Yeah, and then it says the Order of Saint Dumas is this and this.
Yeah.
And then his character goes, one day.
I mean, you never know that we could get a Court of Owls in the Matt Reeves' Batman movies. I could see that happening.
And
you never know.
Chance. Hey, I can't tell you. We might see him down the line in the show. We don't. I can't say.
Or do we?
Or do we? I'm just saying. I'm gonna be inquisitive, but I will say this though. The Order of Saint Dumas. If you don't know who it is, it's if you played the Arkham games, you'll definitely know who it is. Ryan knows who it is now. Ryan knows exactly who it is, which Ryan still was like, huh? Which I mean, Matt was
does he actually do know?
Ryan knows who he is, but Ryan's not 100% with his character. He's like, I don't really.
Okay.
He knows who the character is, but he doesn't know the character's backstory, like Firefly.
Oh, the backstory. Okay, gotcha.
Like he's like, I've seen him.
Well, let's go to scores. Collins 1 to
10. First, okay, hold on. Shit, let me pull up my note, make sure I got everything. But I'm gonna say I thought it was a decent episode. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt?
Yeah, same. 7. It was a decent episode, not perfect, but really good. I'm interested in where this is going. I mean, I will say that the whole motive behind this whole cult thing with Galavan, I don't know how I feel about it at the moment.
Well, I think it's because they want him to be the savior of the city.
Yeah.
By defeating the Waynes, though, he will be like his place. He will be the.
But also, he's gonna try to earn Bruce's trust so he can get what he wants.
He's literally gaining Bruce's trust so he can destroy Bruce.
Yeah. Which you could tell that Bruce is definitely blinded at this point. Like he's
a fucking child. Okay,
yeah, I know he's a child. I get it. He's a child, and he's gonna have to learn. He's gonna understand the harsh and really find out the hard way that maybe that's the reason why we get to see Batman at his prime, where he doesn't fully trust anyone and he's always 10 steps ahead. This is him learning the harsh lesson.
Yeah, which to be fair, it's like the Order of Saint Dumas. I'm just like, literally, it's like, okay, the cult, like he's part of Theo Galavan and his sister are part of a cult. Which
you said Dumas? Did you say Dumas?
Like, oh, he's part of a cult.
I mean, it is a cult. So is the League of Assassins are a cult. The Court of Owls are a cult.
Yeah, there's like 3 different cults in Gotham.
There's literally 3 different quotes in the cults in Gotham.
And there's also that cult in Arkham Knight too. Remember?
Yeah.
There's 4. I'm like, yeah, but like,
I still believe, like I said before, I still believe that we will see the Court of Owls in the Batman Part 2. Some people are saying that it's going to be Mr. Freeze, which I don't think it's Mr. Freeze. I mean, if it is, I would not be against. Maybe they might have both or both. I mean, how many villains there were in the first Batman movie? 3 villains.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna say 7. Matt said 7. What about you, Ryan?
I'm gonna go 7.5. Give it a little more because I thought Firefly was really good, and I just very sympathetic towards her. But let's move on now to season 2, episode 6, called By Fire. Matt?
There's a freaky Firefly chick on the loose with a flamethrower. Oh! Let's start there.
She's our Firefly. We don't know who the other one is.
I do.
Find her. Take her down.
You're running with a bad partner. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Should have never trusted a cop.
This is war. No one gets a free pass. Ever!
Gotham. All new next Monday on Fox.
This episode aired on October 26, 2015. It was directed by T.J. Scott. After moving away from the Pike brothers with Selena, Bridget Pike is abducted and further abused by the Pike brothers. After attempting to leave Gotham City, Bridget snaps and murders the other Pike brothers, beginning a crime spree. After a visit to Selena's hideout, Gordon and Bullock arrive at the Pike brothers' apartment, where they find them dead. Theo Gallivan continues to lure Bruce Wayne, this time offering to help clean up the corruption at Wayne Enterprises. Butch discovers the location of Cobblepot's mother, and Cobblepot begins to rally a rescue party. Richard Pike is incapacitated in a struggle with the GCPD strike force, and publicly announced to be dead, much to the dismay of Selina. Christian Kringle learns that Nigma murdered Officer Daughtry in an attempt to keep Kringle from telling anyone. Nigma accidentally strangles her, killing her. Meanwhile, Pike is alive, by her entire body is burned. She is taken to Indian Hill, an underground division of Wayne Enterprises where inhumane experiments are secretly performed. It is stated that her suit had melted onto her, rendering her fireproof. This to me was a little bit of a better episode than the last one, I will say.
Yeah. I will say, though, when Riddler killed Daltrey, he thought it was over, but apparently it's not over.
No, he still still very definitively has his his Green Goblin thing going on.
You didn't get it. I said his name is Daltrey. Get it? The band Daltrey. They have a song, It's Not Over.
It's not over.
That was the joke.
That was part of the joke. How did you not get that?
I was not I didn't make the connection between Daughtry and Daughtry. I love that band. Like
Nigma's realizing it's not over.
It's not over.
And it feels like tonight.
Don't you feel like the writers did that on purpose to fuck with the fans? I feel like they have. I think that was on purpose.
Which
it's not over
tonight.
Which I will say, the one that got me, this is like the best part of the whole episode, was Nigma. Oh, we lost Matt. He's like, that was the funniest shit. That's like, that got Matt. And that was like, yeah, we lost. I will say the one thing I liked about the joke, the whole thing I like about the episode, the joke. It's very artificial. That's a Daltrey song, by the way.
Okay.
But I will say, the whole point when Riddler kills Mrs. Kringle, I love that.
Oh yeah.
He's like, he literally, the idiot shows her the badge. Like, he goes, yeah, you don't think I killed her? Watch this.
I was like, why would you think that was a good idea to come clean that you actually kill? Yeah, he was proud.
You had one job. Like, just don't tell her the truth. And you couldn't even do that.
Yeah, because guess what? If she says, I'm worried he might come back and say, I'm not. Fuck him.
He's like the Green Goblin, but he's also like the Jim Carrey from Me, Myself, and Irene, Hank. His second half of him.
Which is ironic because Jim Carrey also played the Riddler.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you think that was a little bit of a coincidence that the writers did that on purpose?
Which I thought, look, this is what I liked about it. Okay?
He's like when he transforms in the second half, he's like, what are you staring at, fucker?
Which I liked when he was like holding her. It's like, he's like, he's like bracing his madness, and he's like, I loved you and everything. And then when she's like, whenever I heard her stop when she did this, I'm like, oh, she's dead for sure.
He was suffocating her. He was choking the life out of her while suffocating her.
I thought that was great though.
That was dark. That was very dark.
Oh, look, he's killed 2 people so far now.
Yeah, he's one step away, one bad day away.
And then you got that Riddler side that's like, embrace your madness, and he's like,
tell me how. The heart Osborn. First, we attacked his heart.
Which I just thought though, like, okay, when she thought he was joking too, like he thought
first of all, he should have gone with that joke. He's like, oh yeah, I was joking.
Yeah, and then when he's like, he brags about, she's like, you're a psycho. But the second he got up, that's when she's like putting 2 and 2 together. Like,
because
goes, why would you even
maybe in his defense, he probably thought that will be the best way to come clean because she was so worried that her ex was going to stalk her and harm her, and not in a good way.
Well, he's crazy. He actually thought, if I tell her I love her and I show her that I killed her,
hey, maybe if I come clean in the moment, now that she prefers him as a monster, maybe I can come clean.
And I'm just thinking like, and then of course he kills her, and then he's just like.
But then he brags about it.
And then he's like, he just kills her, and then he's like, he's just broken. Like he's like, you had to kill 2 people, and I'm like, what do you see of this going forward? Do you see him start to embrace the Riddler identity, Matt? Or Matt,
Oh yeah, of course, dude. It's obvious that that's where he's heading.
It's like, I killed 2 people, and I fucking loved it.
He's getting he gets a second taste of taking a life.
Like it's like in Batman Forever when he says, if you take a life, then you want to take another.
But it feels like they're trying to come off as a double dark half, kind of like they did with like Harvey Dent and Two-Face.
Yeah, this is like their Two-Face, even though they're not doing Two-Face.
Not yet, because we know that Harvey Dent is around.
Yeah, even though he's like I forgot he was even in the show. I'm like, oh yeah, he's still in the show.
I know we tend to forget that he's still around at this point, and we do see him show up. And I believe it was in the next episode that we will cover. Oh no, wait, it might be this episode. Yeah, it had to be this one.
He's a big old homer for Galavan too.
No, because they go to the GCP. No, wait, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's at the ball.
With the whole murder attempt from the Penguin thing.
Yeah, which I will say this about this one, I loved this. Like there was some things I loved in this episode. This whole episode is very Firefly heavy.
Yeah,
like the whole
it was literally a 2-part origin story of Firefly.
Yeah, it felt like something out of Batman the Animated Series. Dare I say?
Yeah, it was.
Like it's like Firefly, and then at the end, Firefly is reborn. You know, she becomes Firefly.
But also, I found it very funny in the moment that they were trying to disarm her with her weapon, and one thing that got shot and it got leaked, and she noticed that it was leaked, and she still tries to fire it off with her fucking flamethrower. Have you not realized that it's going to caught fire? It's leaking on your fucking tank thing.
Well, that is part of Firefly's origins, that Firefly literally looks like Freddy Krueger.
Did you literally try to burn yourself alive? Was that the suicide attempt?
Yeah, well, which to be fair, I would have been mad if she wasn't burnt, like looked like Freddy, because she's
yeah, but the how they did it was kind of stupid to me. I was like, I mean, I don't mind that they want to go for the origins where she's now burnt, and then the whole thing that she made from that suit that was fireproof melted onto her skin. I understand that that's what they want to go with, but how they did it was kind of stupid. You noticed that shit was leaking on your suit, and yet you're still trying to fucking fire your flamethrower, knowing that shit's gonna go off and you're gonna burn yourself alive. That's not really that bright.
Also, I thought they were robbing criminals was pretty cool. Like they killed that one dude. She's like, and then she's like,
dude, she killed one of the guys in that fucking club that are trafficking women.
What'd you think, Ryan?
Well, and then there was the part where she goes to light it and she lights herself on fire, and it's in slow motion. It's like
it was fucking crazy, but at the same time, it was not the smartest move on her part.
Not a great plan.
What'd you think about Butch going to Galavan again and saying like, "Look what he did to my hand" and everything? And Galavan actually bought it, though. He actually did buy it. Like, okay, well, and he's like, asked his sister, and now I'm like, his sister's like, I think he's cute. And she's like, she goes,
God, that sister is the fucking sociopath.
They give him like the most pathetic little hammer ever. It's like this big. Like, I'm like, what can you do with this? Like, crack a nut? Like who?
Yeah, which it was so funny that they showed like Penguin. He said, "You did such a good job, Penguin. Let's show you a video of your mother." And then he sees the video of his mom, and he's like, "Oswald." And then he's just like, I'm like, you're just taunting him at that point. You're really pissing him off to where he wants to, And I'm like, which I think honestly he's doing that as a thing, saying, "You try to make a move against me. This is your mother." Like he goes, just remember that. And I think honestly that.
But also Butch got but also Galavan figured out that he is not.
I know Galavan read him like a book. He goes, okay, this is
figured it. He literally figured out that he's full of shit. That Oswald's in on this shit.
That's what he figured. Yeah, because he's like, okay, which I mean, I think honestly at first he's like, I don't know if this is like a trick by Oswald. I'm pretty sure it is, but if it's not Tabitha, have fun with Butch, and then we'll figure this out.
Yeah, because you understand because Butch is actually under the influence by my Cobblepot. Like he's forced to do what he's told to do.
Oh, remember Victor's ass tortured him to where like he made him a lap dog now, and so they figured it out and turned on the switch.
Yeah, so he had like an off switch thing.
Which I will say though, I will say they're like, because I think Tabitha kind of does like him. She fancies him. She's like,
Well,
which I'm like, I guess because maybe he's authoritative. Maybe I think that's why she likes him because he don't take shit from. He's not a lapdog, like in a sense of like he's his own man, but at the same time he's not afraid to he's not.
Maybe she just likes a man that doesn't take shit from anyone. He takes charge.
And I think, which I mean, I like Butch. I do like Butch. I think Butch is a cool dude.
I mean, at first I did not like him, but now I feel bad for him. That the way that Cobblepot's putting him.
I would literally like to go have a beer with him. I think he's that kind of a guy. I mean,
yeah, he does seem like a type of guy that you would want to have drinks.
I think you would. As long as he doesn't have any vendetta against you, I think you'd have. He's a good. It's like fine. As for her, I would not.
I mean, he's literally like the victim. He's literally the victim in the situation.
Yeah. Which Oswald just like does horrible shit to him. He's like,
he chopped his fucking hand off for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Oswald, you're an asshole.
Like you're a piece of shit.
Which he doesn't care about Butch. He's like, I don't give a shit.
He just wants to. He
is a dog.
He uses them as a fucking lapdog, bro.
Which I mean, the one thing I did also like, which I also remember when they said one day Mooney's gonna come back and Butch. I thought that was in the last episode where he said one day Mooney's gonna come back and she's gonna.
I was like,
yeah, sure. He's like,
I was like looking at. I would rather like do the fourth wall breaking like Deadpool style. Like, really, you want to tell them?
She's like Penguin pushed her off a ledge.
Like she's fucking dead.
Yeah. Also, what do you think though?
But also like going back to what you're saying about these these orphanage kids, like Selena's gang. They only knew fucking Mooney for fucking hours, and they fucking are loyal to her. Makes no sense.
What do you think about Theo Gallivan going around torturing everybody to get their support? Like, what if they turn you into the police or get a hitman to kill you? You're literally messing. You're not like he thinks he's doing what's right, but I'm like, dude, you are literally pissing people off left and right because, like, yeah, they're doing it out of fear, but at the same time, it's like unless you can guarantee you're going to kill them, like if they don't support you. And I understand it's like it's just because at the time they might think they don't know about the Order of Saint Dumas. They might think, oh, it's just you and your sister. Oh, if I go with the cops or I get some hitman to come kill you.
Well, Gallivan's all about getting his hands dirty no matter what. No matter what we're doing, whatever it takes to win. I mean, it's not far off from what we've had in our world. Like how much politicians have to do to get what they want, to get higher in power.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, dirty.
Which I think honestly, I like what Gallivan. I thought that was really cool, though. That Gallivant, is like, I thought that he's a cool character. I like his character. I think he's 100.
I hope that they do a little bit more of him in this later season. I really hope.
I think Selena is coming out kind of annoying this season, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
The triangle between her, Bruce, and Silver St. Cloud.
We'll
talk about that next episode.
The only thing that really pissed me off is that she's now blaming Gordon for what Firefly's actions were. Like I tried to fucking stop her, and she did not want to listen. She wasn't. And also, she wasn't cooperating in the situation. That was her fault.
And also, she's just holding at gunpoint. Like I got this. Oh, okay. And then I'm like, what? Like this, she's holding you both at gunpoint. And you're like, baby, I got this now. And she, oh, okay. Like, oh, it's just a child with a gun. I'm like, that's even worse because the child doesn't know how to use the gun, so she could pull that trigger and blow her away. I'm like, I would sit there and say, Selena, give me the gun. Okay, we'll talk about this. I wouldn't try to be like, look, Selena, and then just tell the truth. Because especially, she thinks she blames you for her death. She might kill you.
Yeah.
Which. I do think that, seeing Selena, which I don't think Selena would pull the trigger regardless because I think she was just trying to get information. But then you see, like, I like that they showed, like, there was a couple things I liked. I like seeing that, it feels like everybody was broken. Like, this almost felt like a mid-season finale, even though it's not. Where it's like you got Penguin get ready to go to war with Gallivant. You got Selena crying over Bridget's death. Then you got Bridget going to Indian Hill. Which
I don't think it's not gonna be the last time we see Bridget.
No, it's scary though, that reveal of like Indian Hill, a division of Wayne Enterprises. So like,
yeah, it's from the Wayne Enterprises. That's fucking insane. That the Wayne Enterprises are doing a lot of dirty shit.
Indian Hill is where they keep all the monsters.
I also like that idea of like, Bruce has got to fight his own company literally from within. It's not like a Wayne is all like well and good. Like, no, there's actual dirty stuff going on here. And Wayne is, and Bruce is coming up to a fork in the road where, I mean, we all know where he's headed. But in his life, in the kayfabe of the story, he's coming up to a fork in the road where he has to put his foot down and say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore, to quote to quote Peter Finch from Network. So like he's got to make that big step. We're coming up to that, and I appreciate that. But Collins, you got a score?
Yeah, I would say about 7.5, 8. An 8 out of 10. I would say 8. Yeah, 8.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last one, so I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It's really good.
We are in agreement. I'm going 8 as well. Really good stuff, and I hope we get more Firefly later. I think that she was actually rather good. But let's move on to
maybe you'll see her again. Maybe.
Oh, we're going to. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it's obvious that they are doing that on purpose to leave the door open for her to come back.
Maybe.
Let's move on now to the most Penguin episode ever. It's season 2, episode 7, called "Mommy's Little Monster." Matt.
I like that title, "Mommy's Little Monster."
Right.
When are we going to unleash a little hell?
Soon, I'm about to become mayor.
I thought you were prepared to do whatever it takes. I have no problem going after Penguin.
He will be exposed. He will be vulnerable.
Everything that's gone down is orchestrated. Find Penguin. We need him alive.
Hello, Jim.
Shoot him. Gotham, all new next Monday on Fox.
Yeah.
This episode aired on November 2nd, 2015, and it's directed by Kenneth Fink. Butch leads Cobblepot to his mother's location where Theo and Tabitha Gallivan are waiting. Now cured of his programming, Butch betrays Cobblepot and Tabitha. Gallivan murders his mother and Cobblepot escapes, vowing to kill Theo in revenge. Gallivan, now elected mayor, convinces the GCPD in the public that Cobblepot assaulted him. He also has Harvey Dent obtain a warrant for Cobblepot's arrest. Gordon begins to suspect that Gallivan is framing Cobblepot and tracks down Butch. In an interrogation, Butch reveals that Theo has been blackmailing Cobblepot and that he murdered Cobblepot's mother. Later that night, Theo attends his victory celebration at which the GCPD are secretly stationed, ready to capture Cobblepot if he arrives. Cobblepot shows up with his henchmen, show up in his ambush by Gordon. Theo attempts to convince Gordon to shoot Cobblepot, who escapes. Gordon informs Theo that he is determined to expose his corruption. Elsewhere, Tabitha murders a member of the GCPD strike force. Following the death of Christian Kringle, Nigma's mental state worsens as a split personality attempts to convince him that he enjoys getting away with murder. Both of Nigma's personalities then emerge. Yeah, this was another fucking intense episode from the last episode, I will say.
Yeah, it's the darkest. I mean, Penguin's mom dies. Like, that was brutal. Like,
the moment that they reunite,
my favorite
Tabitha just completely just jammed that dagger in the of her back. Wow.
I like though at the end he tells, like, when they're at that standoff between him, Gallivant, and Penguin, he goes, "He killed my mother, Jim." Like, I was like, that was he literally was the most human he's been in this whole series. It's like, he's killed my mother, Jim. Like, he's like, you gotta let me kill him, please. Like,
let's be very clear. Penguin is not a good dude. Like, he does a lot of bad things, but he loved his mom. Like, and that's like no BS. And I feel like that, like, when that happened, I'm like, you're not a good guy, but I still feel bad for you in this.
But his greatest weakness and his lifeline was his mother. And when he loses that lifeline, that completely sets him off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the part where he
nearly killed a lot of this shit.
I did like the part where he nearly killed Gallivan by slitting that dude's throat. Nearly. Like, but that was the idea that he wanted it to happen so he could stoop to his level, so that he can make him out to be more of the villain, even though he already is the bad guy. But now they're gonna want like make him more of the target so that he can look good.
I will say Penguin getting set up by Butch when he goes to free his mother. I thought that was great. Where he's like Butch literally, and then he's like, and then of course the Gallivant killing his mother. Like, oh, we don't have no use for her anymore. And then once she got a knife in her, I'm like, oh shit. And
I did like that moment where just when you thought he was just going to be begging for his life, now that Butch is free from his programming, that he was like, oh, I can be good useful to you. But then there was one thing he said. Okay, fine. If you're going to kill me, just let my mom go. That was the only selfless moment of humanity in Penguin's character in this show.
And then they couldn't even let them do that because they're like,
it's like,
yeah, we'll let her go to heaven.
It's like, hey, goodbye, lovely. Go to heaven.
It leads to one of my favorite It leads to one of my favorite sequences in this season so far. It's the Gallivant victory party where like he has the big Citizen Kane photo in the background. He's doing his thing, and then the army of penguins show up. And I loved this scene, but my main thing is, did they put out like a casting call for this to be like, okay, we need about 5'10" dudes.
Robin Lord Taylor's 5'10". If you look like Robin Lord Taylor, come on set.
You need to get the limp exactly right. Like, no, you're leading with your left foot, Ted. It needs to be the right. Like, Robert, you need to correct that. Your hair's like slightly
bunch
less.
Of stand-ins. The stand-ins that day got to work. Okay, let's just say that the stand-ins that day got to work. Okay, they're like, hey, guess what? You get to be on screen today. Really? Yeah, you're not just a shoulder in this scene. You're actually, because if y'all don't know if you know this, in movies, this happens on every single movie, even Smallville, where if an actor, say for instance, is doing another project or if they're doing another movie, they'll have a stand-in, and that way if they don't need them in that scene, they just need their shoulder or something or the back of their forehead, they'll have an actor that looks like the actor from the back, and then they'll show them, and then they'll have the actual actor on set. They'll have the other actors that are in that need to be in that scene, and then they'll just have like this actor sit there and like Avengers, for instance, Avengers Infinity War, like they had a guy who looked like Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch was shooting another movie at the time, and he would just and then green screen Benedict in with them, and so it's like Benedict.
They did that in Avengers Endgame where in the third act of the battle with Thanos in the third act, and when they were coming across one another, there's a deleted scenes where this is an alternate scene that was not in the final edit of the movie. Tony Stark comes across him like, hey, you said 1 out of 14 million, and you see the Avengers gathering up, discussing the whole plan. And when he was talking, when Robert Downey Jr. was talking to him, that wasn't Benedict Cumberbatch in that shot. He didn't shoot that scene along with the cast.
Stand-in, yeah.
And then when you see it in the final cut, they redid that scene and altered it where you see Robert and Benedict Cumberbatch in the same scene together because he was shooting, like you said, he was shooting another movie at the time, so he couldn't make it. So they did a reshoot of that scene.
Yeah. What did you think I think this? I like when Gordon starts to realize that there's something off with Gallivant when he wants to do door-to-door starts for the Penguins. Like, why are you wanting to do martial law for Penguin? And then because he's like, at first he was like, hey, look, I'm all for hunting down Oswald, but why? And it's like, and then he's like, remember, you're the one that asked me to go to cross that line, remember? And then he's just like starting to seem like this seems like something's off with him. It's like. And I thought that and then of course, whenever
I'm surprised he hasn't seen anything off about him from day one.
This is the thing. This is where I was like, okay, Gordon must be becoming Batman in this show because this is where it made me go, okay, because Gordon figures it all out. Okay, Gordon figures it all out and gets it all right. I'm starting to think he's going to be the Batman, the world's greatest detective, because he figures that shit all out like in an hour. Okay, I'm like, fuck Bruce Wayne. This dude is going to be Batman. Because I'm just like, he figures it all out precisely, and I'm just like,
to be fair, he had a little bit more experience. Bruce Wayne is just a child who is still learning about the shades of gray of this reality. But yeah,
but I'm just like, that made me like, oh my god, he got this all right. Like,
he still has not figured out that fucking St. Cloud is a total sociopathic bitch. So yeah. That tells you something.
Also, there's no way the Penguin could have escaped from Gallivant and that. I thought that was so ridiculous. It was like I remember in Daredevil season 1, how like Daredevil when he gets the shit beat out by the Kingpin, and then he just throws like they're about to kill him, and then he just throws a little stick, and then at least that made sense because Kingpin was walking away, and it was just only like Wesley with the gun. Versus there's Tabitha, Theo, and Butch right there, and they all want to kill you. and yet you're able to call Theo like in Tabitha has Stormtrooper aim where she's like bam, bam, bam. I'm just like, you're a marksman. You were a marksman, and you missed.
Because Penguin is a big character, we're not going to kill him.
I know, but it's like he was limping too. That's the worst part. That makes it even worse. He was limping. I would have been like, I wish Theo would have said, "You missed him. He was limping, and you missed him."
But to be fair, Cobblepot's always limping. That's how he walks because he has this deformed fucking foot. That's why they call him Penguin.
I know, but
he was like Lady Gaga. He was born this way.
But
he's always limping.
Also, why would Selena tell Bruce what Silver said to her or hit Silver in the face? Because also, why would Selena stay after that? I mean, make herself seem like the asshole. Because it's like, honestly, I love that whole sequence when she's like an asshole saying, I can make you disappear. I just think that Selena should have said, oh, really? Well, guess what, lady? Because you have no idea who you're fucking with or something like that.
She just sat there and took it. I thought that scene was so ridiculous.
I wish, like, literally I thought was going to happen is Bruce was going to come in. At that point, she was going to go, smack her in the face or something.
But she did call Alfred out for like this. She kind of fucked with Alfred in the dinner table about the smacking because Alfred smacked the shit out of Selena Kyle.
Selena's looked like a... She's just looked like a dork this whole season. I just sit here like, why are we even doing this?
I feel like they didn't want her. They didn't need her this season. And then they're like, okay, we don't really need her this season.
Even her character didn't look like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Because the first season, she was crucial. This one, they don't need her. It's like, well, we really don't need her. So.
It's like Lana Lang in season... It's like Lana Lang in season 8. Like, why are you here?
Yeah,
I would say Lana Lang in season 5.
I would say Lana Lang in season 4.
Or 7.
Yeah. Or 8.
I mean, pretty much any season after 3.
Yeah. After 3.
No, after 4.
They should have written her character out of the show after 3. It was a perfect send-off until they we got to get her back and we need to have another love story roller coaster ride. Let's have this witchcraft storyline for her to do, which was so unnecessary.
Turn her into Sonya Blade or whatever.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Oh, why would Ed's alternate persona try to play games with him at the GCPD of all places? Wouldn't he worry about the police finding the body since he and Ed are the same person?
I did laugh though at the vending machine where it's like, who stocks lady fingers into the vending machine? Number 1, and then number 2 is just like, how many lady fingers are in this machine to keep like There's like all the lady fingers are in until you get the actual lady fingers. And
do you remember in that last episode that we talked about? I forgot to mention when Bullock was fucking interrogating Selena to find Bridget. It's like, hey, she was like he ate a fucking candy bar to look the other way. I'm like, what?
I mean, I'm just saying.
I was like, what?
The whole Edward thing was the worst storyline this because it's like
I know I did not really care.
It was terrible this episode because it's like, okay, it's just him and this is literally what Edward's storyline is this episode. His alternate persona puts him on a scavenger hunt.
He's Dexter's dad from Beyond the Grave talking to Dexter, except dragged out through a full episode or 2.
Yeah.
Also, Gala. Also, I also thought Silver Saint Clouther. I thought we already talked about that. Gordon finding Gallivan's actions weird. I thought we talked about that. Gordon arresting Butch and Zash showing up, and then like them having a shootout, and then they used a freaking machine gun and go, and then like, oh, we're coming back later.
Say hello to my little friend.
Like
they literally went all Scarface shooting the M60.
I thought that was all great. What did you think, Ryan?
Yeah, that was a good scene. I like that a lot. I laughed when like Butch's crew, like Zaz is like, if you get out alive, we will not kill you. We're like, we're out. They just know Zaz.
I mean, they were doing a lot.
Funny because
they were doing the stormtrooper aim. Apparently, they couldn't aim.
It was really funny though because he's like, you think me?
Because they were literally in front of that fucking store while they were shooting M60, both of them at the same time. You would be torn
Might as well be shooting
apart.
at the wall.
They basically were like, all right, we'll come back.
Or like from the scene from 21 Jump Street, like, hey, did I get anyone? You were shooting at the fucking ceiling.
I also Butch should have just told him, he killed Gallivant's mother. Instead, Jim has to figure that out himself because apparently Butch was so inquisitive.
But I find it very odd that Cobblepot didn't even go to Gordon secretly around and talk and discussing the situation privately. Like, why didn't he go to him?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Also, I also thought that Tabitha killing the cop with the stiletto in the throat was cool.
That was sick. I like that.
Also, I do like the face to face, with Gordon and Gallivant at the end, especially whenever you got Gallivant in the ear, kind of like the devil on a sword. Goes, shoot him. He's like laying behind Gordon, whispering in his ear, shoot Oswald Cobblepot, shoot him. And then he goes, you killed my mother, Jim. And then when Jim goes, I know. And then you just see him look at Jim like he's like, when he looks at him like, yeah. I was like, oh, he has like, you basically just hinted that, I know that he killed your mother. And
I know.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, and then of course, whenever Tabitha shoots Penguin in the shoulder and the Penguin and gets in the car.
Yeah, but you got shot with a sniper, with a silencer, with a suppressor, and you're not dead.
I mean, he got shot in the shoulder. It wasn't like he got shot in the chest.
I mean, it's still fucking fatal when you're shot with a sniper rifle.
Not always.
Not always, really.
I mean, I've never been shot with a silencer. So
you want to explain that to me?
Okay, well, I mean, seriously, not everybody. I mean, it's a show. Okay, I mean, obviously, like literally, we just had.
No, everybody is bulletproof.
Yeah, important characters are.
Of course, because we need important characters to live.
I did think also, and then Gordon was so stupid for telling him, I know what you did, and I'm going to bring you down and everything. And I'm just like, why would you tell him that? He's the mayor now.
You dumbass.
He's like, he can make your life hell. He's like, oh.
Don't let him know that you're on to him. You already just gave that away when you were crossing paths with Oswald. Like, I know. Like, now he knows you're on, that he's on to him.
He's like,
really?
You down.
Not a great plan.
He says, I was hoping we could be friends, but I was wrong. I was like,
all right, well, let's go. Sorry.
Wait, I just wanted to say I got one more note. Okay. The only thing is, why didn't Butch just tell him? Why didn't Butch just tell him? I mean, this would have probably solved everything. Also, it's kind of stupid that Gordon that sees Butch's hand, that's metal, handcuffs him to that hand.
Oh yeah, he had a fake prosthetic hand to escape. So that I thought that was smart.
Gordon's pretty an idiot for handcuffing that hand, though. I'm just saying.
Well, he didn't know. Well, to be in his defense, he didn't know that his hand.
You didn't see a fucking boulder for a hand.
No, he didn't have. No, he had a fake prosthetic hand.
He had the Michael Jackson hand.
He had the Michael Jackson or the OJ Simpson hand.
No, he had the Ash from Evil Dead hand.
He had the OJ Simpson hand since he had that black glove on him. Get it?
But yeah, going to ratings, I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
I'll give it an 8.5.
I'll split the difference. I'll go 9. I thought this was a good episode, really good episode, and there's a lot to like about this season. There's some dull stuff too, but I think just for now, the Gallivant stuff is interesting.
Get rid of that love triangle, the St. Cloud. Yeah. Fuck that storyline.
And get rid of the Edward Nygma being on a scavenger hunt. Just go and put him in the episode.
Well, I'm still liking this season quite a bit, and I hope that it keeps the momentum going. But I'm passing off to all of you. What did you think of these episodes? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to read what you have to say. And Collins, where can the people find you?
I will say you can find me at 3dmoviecinema.com, where by the time this airs, I will have dropped my review for 28 years later. I just saw it. So, and I really enjoyed it. There are some things I hate about it, but, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a solid movie. You can find me at 3dmoviecinema.com, where also my Road to Peacemaker. The next time it airs, the next episode will have dropped on the Road to Peacemaker season 2. And these guys will be joining me for that. And so you can find me at that 3dmoviecinema.youtube.com. So, thank you.
All right, Matt. what about you?
You can find my YouTube channel at MadY92. By the time you watch this video, I already put up my 2 reviews of Caught Stealing in the Roses. And I'm not exactly sure when I will be seeing The Long Walk because I'm wanting to watch that because it's already out by the time you already watch this video. But as we're recording, I am planning on seeing it this weekend. So by the time you watch it, my review will be up on my channel. So keep an eye open for that. And yeah, and we got an already new episode of Peacemaker season 2. So check that out.
All right, and all their links will be down below. Go give them a subscribe. As far as this channel goes, I do have a couple more series planned. Nothing too crazy, just random reviews I wanted to throw together. And then Scary Mania 6 is next month. These guys are going to be reviewing some movies with me. I got big plans for October, so stay tuned for all of that. But for Jacob Collins, from Mad Wire, my name is Ryan Cam. Stay off the streets of Gotham. It is not safe out there. And you all take